Hello Renegades, Nukenin Renegade here, welcome back. So this is kind of a second part to the Gorillaz Jimmy Kimmel video that I did a little while ago. And basically, I just wanted to kind of clarify things, clear things up, because that video might have been a little confusing. I know that I didn't exactly get my words across correctly, which I'm usually not good at, but I try. But I first wanted to, give you guys a reason as to why I'm jumping into this. So we're gonna start with that. So the reason I actually jumped into this as soon as possible was because I have been made fun of for being in fandoms, like Undertale or, other things like that, or Naruto. I've been made fun of for it because other people give the fandom a reputation, and then people think that that's what's the whole fandom is made of. And that's not true. There are still good fans out there. So that's what I was trying to convey in the first part, in my first video about the Gorillaz Jimmy Kimmel situation. I was trying to express that there were still good fans out there and not to focus on the negativity per se. Even though that's kind of what I did, but I was trying to, show, what was ruining the fandom, what negativity was going around, what was happening. And so I wanted to clear that up. And there was another thing I said that I didn't even know Fred Willard, and that it didn't even matter to me, but it mattered to other people. Basically, what I was trying to say is, it didn't matter to me that, the Gorillaz ended up being canceled, and it's not because I don't care about Gorillaz, but, things happen on TV shows, and, as I said, it's a tribute to someone who died, and, Jimmy was obviously close friends with him, and they wanted to, make a little memorial, a little memorization for him, which is a really, really awesome thing to do, and things happen, and you can't blame, just anyone specific. You can't point fingers because you don't know what happened, you don't know if it was last minute, you don't know if they couldn't, come out with it publicly that they were canceling for some reason. You just never know with these type of things, and that's what I was also saying about people jumping to conclusions. They didn't think about the possibility that something could have gone wrong, and so it's a whole crazy situation. Now I'm still excited to see Gorillaz perform. I've seen also a lot of comments saying that people don't like Jimmy Kimmel. I'm not sure why. I've never seen Jimmy Kimmel. I just found out that they were Gorillaz were going live on the show, so I was like, oh, okay, why not? I'll watch it. Gorillaz is my favorite band. So checked it out, found out it was canceled. I was like, oh, that's a bummer, but I'll be able to see it the next day. So, and then I looked up that website and I was like, wow, that's crazy that so many people have that type of response, And there were people in the comments too that were like, people are freaking out, guys, just chill, And like I said, I found it kind of silly that people were making such a big deal out of it, because it's not a big deal. Yeah, it got postponed, but it only got postponed one day, and it's still going to air, so, there's no issue. I mean, if it was going to be canceled, then I would be a little bit more upset, but I wouldn't be so upset as to start blaming Gorillaz or blaming Jimmy Kimmel for it being canceled, Gorillaz don't run the show, and I don't think Jimmy Kimmel does either. He has directors and staff and people that help him run his show, He doesn't control everything, And it's the same with the Gorillaz. The Gorillaz don't control the show, They can't control that kind of stuff, And I don't even think that it's 100% them making the announcements, but rather it's people that that work for them or that they're teamed up with. So you can't just blame a specific person or group of people for this type of thing, because you just don't know. If there was more information, if there were more facts, if there was, just more to know about this type of situation, then you'd be able to start, slowly working your way into who could be blamed for this, Because right now, we don't know. People are pointing fingers at Gorillaz, people are pointing fingers at Jimmy Kimmel. We just don't know. So, yeah. So like I said, I still find it silly that people are freaking out. I don't think it's a big deal. You know, and I mean, it's COVID-19. Things are crazy these days. So, you know, something like this happening and then people freaking out about it. I mean, this compared to COVID and everything else that's happening is so small. You know, it's probably one of the smallest things to happen. Yeah, so the fact that people are making a mountain out of a molehill, I find it kind of ridiculous. You know, I find it kind of silly to be doing that. So yeah, but I hope I'm not alone, honestly, in this. I hope that I'm not the only one with this type of opinion, you know? I mean, doing things like this, trying to stand up for a fandom that you love, you feel like you're alone, you know? Because a lot of people are going to be against you. They're going to be like, no way, they suck. This is what the people are like. And you're like, now, wait a minute, no. There are still good people, you know? And they'll be like, no, there isn't. It's all just full of douches or whatever. Like, it's not true. There's still good fans out there in fandoms, you know, there's good people in groups, there's, you know, it just depends on, you know, what gets spread around about that certain group or fandom, really. You know, like, if someone looks at all the negative sides of the fandom, then they're gonna view the fandom as negatively, but if someone, you know, tries to look at the positive side, then they might be able to see or, you know, be on a more understanding level with that fandom or that group. You know, and it doesn't just apply to Gorillaz, but it applies to other things, like one of the main ones, the LGBTQ. There are a lot of people in the LGBTQ who, you know, kind of ruin the reputation for that group because they, you know, they push on that they're gay or trans or whatever. They push it on people so much that people get annoyed. And then it starts to give the group a bad reputation, so people are tired of it. And that's why, you know, people who don't support it get so mad when they hear someone talking about it, because it's like, oh great, it's one of those people. So, you know, it's just a whole kind of jumble of things. But yeah, I'm hoping that, you know, everything calms down, everything goes back to normal after they air tonight. I hope everything goes well, and I hope this craziness ends soon. Stick with me, you guys. It's gonna get better, hopefully. You know, I have hope that things will get better. You know, it can't stay like this forever. Something's gotta happen. It's either gotta get better, or it's gotta get worse, or stay neutral. We just gotta see. So, stick in there, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.